The morning glow is just appearing on the eastern horizon. I'm headed west to document one of the most faithful and beloved branch line operations in the state. I'm on Highway 20 en route to Toledo, Oregon. In honor of this part of the series, I made a map illustrating the line. The station of Toledo represents the furthest outpost stemming from Albany's network of radiating branch lines, which go north, south, east, and west. The tracks venture some 76 miles into the dark, mossy forests of the Oregon Coast mountain range. Mist rises from the Yaquina River, whose path through the western slope of the hills was followed when Colonel T.E. Hogg laid rails on this route to Albany from the coast in 1886. Today, rising above the trees, almost as a monument to the purpose of this line's current reason for existence, is the stack of Georgia Pacific's giant paper mill complex. The mill relies on the Portland and Western Railroad to bring trainloads of paper to market and to bring loads of wood chips and scrap paper in. By sunrise, the Toledo Patch train crew has already collected its consist from the yard just outside of town. But the train sits patiently for the conductor to walk back up to the locomotive, as there is a derail in need of restoration before departing. Trains run 6 days a week in both directions, starting Sunday night from Albany until the final return train Saturday morning. We're currently watching the train across the river on level grade, which it will leisurely roll over for more than 30 miles before reaching some of the steepest mountain grades in the state. To distinguish the eastbound from the westbound trains, Portland and Western has adopted the name Toledo Patch for the return job to Albany, while the Toledo-bound train maintains its name from SP days, the Toledo Hauler. The calm air allows a symphony of steel wheels over jointed rail to fill the small valley. Trains are always built with loaded cars on the head end and empty cars on the rear, whether going east or west. Interestingly, these empty gondolas are following the finished product made from the raw wood chip materials they brought out. Toledo's GP mill receives more loaded wood chip cars than any other customer in the state. The wood chip rollover shed is at the end of the line and has numerous spurs and sidings full of gondolas at any given time. A Watco switch crew will take care of the mill switching chores, with a locomotive assigned to the wood chip rollover and the paper mill. As the train travels east, the Yaquina River continues getting narrower as it gets further from the Pacific's tidewater. Yaquina, near Newport, was the original end of the line when dreams of making Yaquina Bay a major shipping terminal inspired the construction of this railroad. In fact, though its existence is that of a branch line today, the route in its inception was an aspiring transcontinental route. That was until it ran into financial difficulties, and in 1907 was folded into the E.H. Harriman Empire. The railroad continued working under the old name Corvallis and Eastern for a while, until 1915, when the Southern Pacific officially took over operations. As for the terminal of Yaquina, the port did not develop as hoped, and by 1937 the 8 miles of track between Altry and Yaquina were removed. The name of the line was thusly changed from the Yaquina branch to the Toledo branch, and since that time the line has remained much unchanged. The train seen here has a nice mix of boxcars and wood chip gondolas. However, frequently trains with only boxcars departing Toledo can be found. The train is approaching Elk City as it follows the great twisting route of the Yaquina River, which it will follow until Nashville, when the real grade begins. On another day, at approximately milepost 752.2, the east portal of tunnel number 24 gapes open in the lush vegetation, the last remaining tunnel of 3 originally carved out of the Coast Range. It's 7:53 a.m., and I can hear growling engines approaching through the bore. 30 loaded boxcars trailed a 5-unit set out of sight around the bend, but the blue haze of diesel exhaust still linger at the mouth of the tunnel. Just around that bend, at milepost 752, we find the patch on a sunny June day glowing in the sun. A good sign for the future comes in the form of new ribbon rail laid out along the track, soon to bear the burden of trains for hopefully many more years. In 2016, a long-winded highway project was finally completed, streamlining Highway 20 here to a connection at Eddyville, and this created the need for the new overpass we're currently under. On another June day, a train crosses the Yaquina River near Norton's. Between Norton's and Nashville, the road and railroad cross at grade many times. I hope you join the channel for the next video when the train attacks the steep grades to Summit. We'll see you there.